Here's another wonderful opportunity. I suppose it's gonna help if I get the mic in front of me. Right, great day, great day. Welcome to another powerful broadcast here at University. This is the Manifest University channel, now streaming on Twitch. Yeah, it's a vibe. So thank you so much for pulling up this morning. And what we're going to be doing is, first of all, if this is your first time catching the broadcast, welcome. Welcome to the nation. This is a space where the visionaries, the divine builders, and the bloodline breakers come together. This isn't just a channel, it's a movement. It's where we destroy excuses, uproot limitations, and build the mindset patterns and habits that create legacies. Here, you don't just watch me, you join a community. There's a tribe of people rewriting their stories, healing what others said was unhealable, and manifesting what they told us was impossible. Every time you tap in, expect elevation, expect revelation, expect to be changed, expect to be challenged. So lock in, subscribe. If you're watching this from anywhere else other than Twitch, so if you're watching this from Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, click the link in my bio that takes you to Twitch and follow the channel, the Manifest Nation channel on Twitch. Subscribe to the channel. There's all types of perks, all types of benefits, and I'll tell you about those in just a little bit. But make sure that you join the nation. This is Manifest Nation. Because here we're not just consuming content, we're stepping into our calling. So all week we've been talking about manifesting, the mechanics of manifesting. You know, like you see up there is the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp that's starting September the 1st. We'll be about 10 days away from kicking that off. So we've really just been talking about the things that we've been doing that stop us from manifesting the lives that we desire, creating the realities that we desire. And each and every day I've been asking you questions, reflective questions, asking you to identify certain things about yourself so that you can identify what's standing in your way. And I've been looking in the comments. I've been listening to what you're saying. And the common theme is you've been lying to yourself. You've been lying to yourself, haven't you? The truth, you've been lying to yourself about the truth about why you haven't been manifesting. Yeah, peace to the nation. We're going to take that mask off. We're going to take the mask off today and really be honest with ourselves. Because it's not your past, it's not the upbringing, it's not the ex, it's not those trauma and all, it's none of those things. It's you. It's your habits, it's your alignment, it's your belief system. So once again, for those who are just pulling up, welcome to Manifest Nation. This is a sanctuary where visionaries and divine builders and bloodline breakers gather to rewrite destiny. We don't run from the truth here. We face it, we dissect it, and we build with it. This is the daily table of mindset elevation. This is spiritual nourishment. This is the practical strategies for manifesting the greater existence that you were created for. So again, if you're here on IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, anything other than Twitch, definitely come over to Twitch, hit that follow button, subscribe, share this channel, and most importantly, share the channel. Because when you subscribe, your subscription is not just support, it's the passport into the manifestation vault, which is in our Manifest Nation Discord, a part of our Manifest Nation community that gives you daily gems and keeps you aligned and focused. So for those who are ready to take it deeper, don't forget that 30-day boot camp challenge starts soon. And that's not just motivation, that's daily activation. And for the rest of this broadcast, I do want you to know you can use discount code GREATER to save $50 on your access to the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. For the rest of this broadcast, okay? Discount code GREATER is going to save you $50 on access to the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp at brianhyppolite.com. So let's talk. Let's talk about something that most of us don't want to admit, but all of us wrestle with. And that's addiction and vices. Addictions isn't just drugs, and vices aren't just gambling or alcohol. Let's be brutally honest. Addiction is anything that you can't put down, even when you know it's counterproductive and it's working against your future. Some of you are addicted to toxic relationships. Some of you are addicted to excuses. Some of you are addicted to scrolling, procrastinating, porn, weed, sex, validation from strangers online. But you know what the most dangerous addiction is? It's comfort. Yeah, it's comfort. The addiction, and that's why some of the things I'm going to say to you may not be comfortable. But feel free to stop me when I'm wrong or when I'm lying. Not when it feels like I might be saying something that's not what you want to hear, but when I'm wrong. But if you're here for the evolution today, drop a 1 in the chat. And matter of fact, I meant to do this earlier and I kind of got right into it without engaging with you, and I apologize for that. Where y'all from? Drop it in the chat. Let me know who's in here. Let me know who's rocking. Let me know who's supporting. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Talk to me real quick. Talk to me real quick. Shout out Tampa, Florida. Shout out all of Florida. Shout out Haiti, New Jersey, Georgia, definitely Georgia. Who've been sending a lot of love lately? New York, DC, Maryland, Virginia, Detroit, Ireland, South Africa, Johannesburg, South Africa. Who else been popping up a lot? Kenya, Thailand. Man, I love y'all. The UK. Y'all been pulling up hard at brianhyppolite.com, and I love you for that. So let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Who in here? Your addiction, the comfort, kills more dreams than, I don't know, than cocaine ever will. Let me ask you, what what do you run to when you feel life's overwhelming? What do you cling to when fear whispers in your ear? Most importantly, what has the power over you that you keep pretending you control? What has power over you that you keep pretending you control? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something that I didn't like to hear when I heard it. You don't break a curse by feeding a craving. Mm. You don't break a curse by feeding a craving. It stings a little bit, doesn't it? How y'all feel? Drop a one in the chat if y'all with me. What vice? What vice do you know you need to put down? Let's be honest. You want to see the truth. You got to see yourself. You want to see God, you got to see yourself. Let's be real enough to be real enough. What vice is it that you need to put down? Be real enough to put it in the comments. Be real enough to hold yourself accountable. What is it that you know is standing in the way of who you are meant to become? Just think on that. Let's pay serious attention to the things that we give power to, pretending that it's giving us something that we have the power and ability to give ourselves. Because these vices have power because you give them power that you are meant to be using for yourself. But instead of using that power and executing in that power, you give it away. And you put it in the belief that you have in this other thing. It's a great day to be greater than you ever been. And that means making greater choices. That means being loyal to truth. The truth is, you don't need that thing, whatever it is. Addictions are symptoms, not causes. Behind every vice, there's a wound. Everyone, every time. Behind every vice, there's a wound. Behind every craving, there's a pain that you don't want to face. And I've had people argue with me and say that They don't use different substances or do certain things out of pain. Okay. Well, what we do know for sure, what we know for absolute sure, is there's something that you either believe that thing is giving you or something you believe it's taking away from you. Whatever the illusion is, that's not one that you need to hold on to. Whatever the illusion is. But ask yourself, what do I believe this is offering me? What do I believe is taking away from me? Someone told me last night that alcohol helps them to get through their day at this moment. Whether it's taking the edge off, numbing, making them feel happy, making them not feel antisocial. There was all these things that they listed as the reason that they're using alcohol to get through their days. And I spent some time talking to them to get them to understand that the alcohol is the fruit of something. There's a root cause behind these voids that you're experiencing. You know, weed isn't the issue. It's that you want the numbing. The sex isn't the issue. It's the void that you're trying to fill with it. Sometimes the food isn't even the issue. It's the emptiness that you don't want to taste. Until you deal with the root, you're going to keep running back to the vice. So ask yourself, what am I avoiding by indulging in this? It's a good morning. It's a good morning, and it's a great opportunity to be greater than you've ever been. It's a great opportunity to ask yourself, what truth am I afraid to face? It's a great moment to consider, who would I have to become if I actually let this go? Who would I have to become if I actually let this go? You know, that's why I wrote the Bloodline Breaker book, because these addictions don't belong to you. Imagine that. Imagine suffering from something that doesn't even belong to you. It's not, it was never yours to have. It's damn sure not yours to keep. These addictions run in families. That addiction you just think is just yours, somebody pass that down. And if you don't confront it, you're going to pass it down too. So go grab Bloodline Breaker if you have not already done so. This is your manual for exposing and uprooting generational cycles so you and yours can walk in freedom. It's available at brianhyppolite.com. This is my most powerful book yet. It's only 55 pages. I'm holding it like this so you can see how thin it is. It's an extremely easy book to read if you're not a reader. I get people all the time that tell me, hey man, I'm not a reader, but I can read your books. You're a reader. You just don't identify as one. You read, you're a reader. It's all good. But these are extremely easy books to read with extremely impactful information, extremely easy to read and digest. And in fact, most of them, you don't even need to read a whole page a day to get something powerful out of it. Give me a number between 1 and 55. Give me a number between 1 and 55, and I will read you a piece of the corresponding page. I'll show you. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So this is an easy book to read, an easy book to get through, but it's so impactful that it's going to not only change your life, but it's going to change your legacy. And it's available with a book bundle. It's even available with a Bloodline Breaker one-on-one breakthrough session with me. So we can get a personal deep dive into uprooting and destroying these bloodline curses that may be in your family and giving you a plan of execution to do that. That's all available at brianhyppolite.com. So check that out. I see 52. Let's check out 52. 52 is the beginning of the final chapter of the book, chapter 9, and that is the Bloodline Breaker Manifesto. It says, live loud, live free, lead forward. This is not a conclusion. This is your commissioning. You've broken the curses. You've named the silence. You've bled truth. You've buried the systems that buried you. Now you lead. Not quietly, not politely, not halfway. Loudly, fully, boldly, and unapologetically. Because when a bloodline breaker rises, hell gets nervous and heaven gets louder. So live loud, live in color, live in volume, live in ways your ancestors couldn't even dream of. I mean, you're not going to tell me you don't want me to keep reading the rest of this page. But just that right there, man, that's a great way to start a day. Live in the ways your ancestors couldn't even dream of. Just that line right there. That's what I'm determined to do. On a daily basis, that's what I'm gonna do. Someone give me another number. That's what I'm determined to do. Between 1 and 55. I'm living in the ways that my ancestors couldn't even dream of. I'm taking it a step further. That's what it's about. What's going on, King? What's going on, sis? What's going on, nieces? Appreciate y'all tapping in. We're going to read page 22 for my nephew. This is the end of chapter 3, and it's an exercise on building your conscious legacy. And so it's a legacy or liability check. The thing that I love about this book that makes it so powerful is that after each chapter, there's a bunch of reflective questions that it asks you to ask yourself. And then there's something for you to do with those answers that you get to those questions that you ask yourself. Because why is that? Because the right questions bring you what? That's right, the right answers. And the right answers give you what? The right clarity. The right clarity provides you with what? The proper direction. And with the proper direction, all you got to do is move in alignment, execute in alignment, stay in alignment, and you're going to get where you're wanting to be. So again, this is an exercise on building your conscious legacy, and it's asking you to check for yourself. Are you liability or legacy? What family mantras, sayings, or beliefs do you now recognize as limiting? What family mantras, sayings, or beliefs do you now recognize as limiting? What behaviors did your family normalize that you now reject? This is this bloodline breaker talk right here, because someone else wouldn't even be thinking about this. There was a lot of behaviors that was cool until I became a father of a little girl, and I was like, what's wrong with y'all? We don't behave like that. This is unacceptable. And they was like, you was with it last week. It's a new week. It's a new week. It's time for it to be a new week. Some of y'all want tomorrow to come. You need to act like tomorrow's here. Because when I'm telling you tomorrow done came for me, tomorrow done came. Them things we was waiting for that we said was going to happen tomorrow done came. There was struggle. There was lack. There was limitation. There was doubt. There was disbelief. There was every excuse. But listen, tomorrow came. But you know when tomorrow came? When I started acting like tomorrow was here. Instead of living how yesterday had me living. Y'all want tomorrow to come, but you still living like yesterday. You still holding the vibration of yesterday. You still did what worked yesterday, even though it ain't working for you today. That's crazy. And you calling it life. It's not life. That's not living. That's existing in a cycle. Who in your lineage do you want to heal with you or protect from what you inherited? Who in your lineage do you want to heal with you or protect from what you inherited? Powerful questions. And then it gives you several things to do with these answers. One of them being create a values vision. You need this. Pay attention. List 3 values your future family will stand on. List 3 values your future family will stand on. Whether it's radical honesty, emotional intelligence, financial wisdom. There's a daily declaration on this page. I trade inheritance of pain for a legacy of power. I rewrite the future, starting with my name. I trade inheritance of pain for a legacy of power. Is anybody ready to trade the inheritance of pain for a legacy of power? Drop a 1 in the chat if you're ready for that transformation from a legacy, from an inheritance of pain to a legacy of power. I rewrite the future, started with my name. I'm excited for your healing. And that was just a piece of chapter 22, page 22 from this book, Bloodline Breaker. If you don't have this, make your way to brianhyppolite.com and grab your copy. You need it in your life. Your family needs it in your life. Go ahead and get that. There's a book bundle available. There's one-on-one coaching available with it. Make it happen. And when you grab it from brianhyppolite.com, I'm going to send you the ebook. I'm going to send you the ebook so you even got it in your hands before the paperback gets to you. Addictions aren't just what you consume either. It's what consumes you. That's a good way to think about it. That's a good way to identify it. It's what consumes you. And here's the truth. You can't just quit a vice. You have to replace it. You don't fight cravings with willpower alone. You replace the craving with a new pattern, a new ritual, a new standard that's supporting this new mindset. The first thing that really helps is an awareness of self, an awareness of your ability to offer yourself whatever it is that vice is helping you or is allowing you to feel the illusion of getting away from. It's not running, it's dealing, and it's facing with the awareness that whatever it is that you're looking for, it's within you. So call it what it is and stop sugarcoating. And then the next step would be to replace it. Every time the craving hits, replace it with an action that feeds your spirit instead of draining it. You know, when a man identifies to get clear on his vision, when a man identifies and get clear on his vision, he stops pursuing lusts and desires and starts pursuing passion and his visions, the passion and the purpose. Many of us are dabbling in different things and giving our attention to different things just because we have not aligned ourselves with a divine vision that calls us to a higher place. Knowledge of self is the beginning of a love of self. That love of self leads to respect of self. Respect of self leads to self-discipline, which is what helps you walk it all out. But it starts with a knowledge. My people perish from a lack of knowledge. Comma, there's not a period. We always put a period right there. That's not how it goes with a comma right there. My people perish from a lack of knowledge, comma, a knowledge of self. Because when you don't have a knowledge of self, anything or anyone can tell you who and what you are. I'll give you a perfect example, and I'm gonna use myself as an example. You all know me as Brian Hyppolite. That's not the right way to say my last name. That's the way I've said it my whole life. Up until about 10 years ago, first time I was in Haiti. The little boy walked up to me looking at my name badge, and he was like, Hyppolite. It's a Haitian name. This little boy know this word. You know this name. It's It's a famous name. My great grandfather was the 15th president of Haiti. Florville Hyppolite. He's the man that's on the money. You go get you some Haitian money. It look like me with a receding hairline. So this little boy knows what he's seeing, and he's pronouncing it the way that it's meant to be pronounced. And my American ass tries to correct him. Say, no, it's Hyppolite. He said, it's Hyppolite. Hyppolite. You're from the royal family, Hyppolite. I say, it's Hyppolite. That little boy say, don't let these Americans tell you how to say your name. Whoa, my bad. You right, I'm tripping. My brother in here. What's up, Jelani? Yeah. Look it up. Look him up. And that stopped me dead in my tracks. And at that moment, I realized, yo, I really have been saying it under somebody else's dialect, under somebody else's way of pronouncing it all this time. And here we are 10 years later, and I'm making it a conscious thing to say my name the right way. My daughters are already doing it. They say it the right way all the time, the correct way all the time. I have to retrain myself to do it, or train myself to do it, because I've been saying it this other way. If you don't know, when you don't know yourself, somebody else can tell you. And the longer that you stay on a train going in the wrong direction, the longer it takes to get back, the more expensive it's going to take to get back home. The more energy you're going to have to put forward, the more price you're going to have to pay to get home. So for those of you that have been going in the wrong direction, it's time to get off that train. It's time to be accountable, be aware that there's something that you're doing and something that you're participating in that is pulling you off track and out of alignment from where you need to be going and doing what you need to be doing, holding the vibration that you need to hold. That's really what a lot of this comes down to. We were talking about so many other things because I'm talking to you in human terms. I'm speaking to you because you're struggling in your humanity. But I'm speaking to you from the divine in me, the God in me, speaking to the divine, the God in you. And God to God, I'm trying to tell you, you're struggling in your humanity right now. You're not doing what you need to be doing in your godhood, in your godship, and with your divine existence, because you're struggling in your humanity. And so I'm using all these words that help you identify the component of your humanity. But what it all boils down to is you are a vibrational being in this realm. Yes, you have this skin, you have this body, which is this vehicle that you were given to move around. This body is just a vehicle. The mind is just the GPS. That's all your mind is. Your mind is the GPS. Your feelings are your turn signals. They're the indicators of where you're going. But you got your mind driving this vehicle. And you're going where the vehicle feel like going. You're struggling in your humanity because you're looking at the wrong parts, the wrong components. You're looking at them and using them the wrong way, the wrong components of your existence. It all comes down to your vibration, though. There's a different vibrational existence that you're meant to hold, which will bring different things into your reality. And the lack of belief that you have in yourself that you give to your vices, that's doubt, distrust, disbelief. All of those things lower your vibration. Fear lowers your vibration. Staying in cycles lower your vibration. You're a creator. Your vibration elevates as you create, not as you stay and repeat something. You got to stop doing the things that are killing your vibration. And I hate to tell you this, but you were handed the mindset that gave you the ability to build a lifestyle around things that are destructive to your vibrational existence. But all these things that we're talking about are all symptoms of this, of really the same deeper rooted issue. And that's you not living in alignment with the vibrational existence that you are meant to have. This is also why my 30-day Manifest Bootcamp was created, because in 30 days, I'm going to walk you through uprooting your destructive patterns, rewriting your mindset, and rebuilding your daily discipline so you never have to run back to your vices again. Let's talk about it. Shout out to the boss lady. Shout out to the family subscribing on Twitch. I see you. Thank you. Thank you for your subscription. So you know what that means. You are one of the first 111 subscriptions to the Manifest Nation channel on Twitch. So you are a founding member to the channel with lifetime recognition and status on that. That means you're going to have access to our Discord. Not only just access to the Manifest University Discord, but you're also going to have access to the private founders channel in the Discord. You're also going to get 8 of my ebooks, 1 of my digital workbooks, affirmations, guided meditations, monthly founder Q&A sessions, discounts at brianhyppolite.com. A lot of dope things. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I mean, I got no air horns, but I know I got some applause. I'm new to the streaming thing, which is a full-time job, by the way. They didn't say that. They didn't say that. There's so much work that goes into this. But we in here, we learning it. And you ain't never seen nothing like what I'm about to do with this streaming thing. You ain't never seen nothing. Nothing that these entertainers and these comedians and these people be doing. You ain't never seen nothing like what I'm about to do with this space, bro. Long form content. You ain't never seen nothing like it. You're gonna have the live mentorship, live music, taking live phone calls, Q&As. Man, it's about to be a movement. It's about to be a real big movement. So shout out to everyone who's joining the family. Matter of fact, once again, if you're watching this from anywhere other than Twitch, you're not even getting the whole experience. You're not even going to get the whole broadcast. And you're not going to be able to see the replay. All these gems that are getting dropped, all these jewels. Listen, I'm dropping jewels like we on a heist right now. 2 times a day on Twitch. So pull up, follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, get all the extra and bonus perks, because I'm investing in you. I'm pouring into you. If you're supporting this channel, I'm supporting you. We're going to take it to the next level. I'm here to see you break generational curses and create generational wealth. All right. But what I was explaining to you was the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. There's 3 different tiers, 3 different levels of access. Tier 1 gets you access to the full daily curriculum, which means every day for 30 days, you are going to get a about 15-minute message, a video from me that is going to give you some direction and some things to reflect on and something to do that has to do with identifying the things that we need to abandon and release and let go, those things that we're replacing them with. You're going to get a bunch of things to help you unlearn and relearn what you need to. Tier 2 gives you, there will also be checkpoints and check-ins and accountability and different things like that, but you are just going to be receiving downloadable information and daily videos from me. That's tier 1. Tier 2 gets you an extra live class with me, and that's more of a small group session. So not only do you get what's in tier 1, the videos and all that, but you're going to get a weekly small group coaching session with me and the rest of everyone that's in tier 2. And a few other bonus perks. Tier 3 is going to get you everything that I've mentioned thus far, plus this is the mentorship level. So this is for the people who are serious about rewriting their life and getting to the next level, because you will also get a one-on-one coaching session with me at the beginning and at the end of the 30-day bootcamp. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, they're all available at brianhyppolite.com. I know there's less than 10 tier 3 slots left. I know that for sure. So if that's something that you're interested in, do not hesitate. Anti-hesitation is the way to manifestation anyway, and that's what we're talking about. So for the rest of this broadcast, you can use discount code GREATER. Discount code GREATER, and it's going to save you $50 on access. Don't wait. This is how you prove to yourself that you are serious about breaking free. And this is how you do it. You don't make excuses. You don't put it off till later. Nah, you decide to be greater. Drop greater in the chat if you're ready for your next level. Drop greater in the chat if you're ready for your next level. Discount code GREATER is going to save you $50 right now at brianhyppolite.com until the end of this broadcast. You can't manifest abundance while being enslaved to your addictions. You just can't. Freedom is the first step to manifestation. How y'all feeling? What cycle are you committing to breaking today? What cycle are you committing to breaking today? I want to hear about it. I want to know about it. Shout out to Brandon Hughes on YouTube. Shout out to everybody watching on TikTok and on IG. She was a gypsy. Shout out to you. I'm liking these answers. I'm liking these answers. I want to ask you some questions. And I don't want you to just listen. I want you to sit with them. What vice has stolen the most time from your destiny? What vice has stolen the most time from your destiny? And if you put that down for 30 days, how would your life change? put it down, if you release it, if you put that time into something else that was in alignment with the life that you're wanting to create, how would your life, what do you think your life would look like in 30 days of separation from that vice, and you putting that level of commitment into your evolution? I think a great question to ask yourself is, who in your bloodline would be set free if you finally broke that cycle? Who in your bloodline will be set free when you finally break that cycle? I don't know about y'all. I don't know how it happened with you, but man, them bloodline spirits ain't no joke. I remember hearing, and it sounds crazy when I say it to some people, to others it makes absolute sense, but I remember hearing my father's demons like whispering in my ear when I was a kid, saying, "You're next." I remember hearing them. I'm just trying to go to sleep. I'm like 8 years old. I'm just trying to go to sleep. You know what's crazy? That man was nowhere near me. That man was nowhere around. The man didn't even know where I was at. The spirits that have been weaved in our bloodline, they got air tag on your ass. And that's why everywhere you go, you taking you with you. So you got to become a greater version of you. You got to defeat the things that you don't want to pass down. That was my motivation. Everyone asked, what sparked this, your evolution? Because this wasn't me. This not who I was and how I was. I wasn't on this type of time. I was living a very destructive life and enjoying every second of it. I was still powerful. I still had this energy, this aura, and this power to manifest what I desired. I just desired much different things. People ask, what made you evolve? What made you change? And I realized that what I didn't face, my children will be haunting my children, and would get a chance to mess with my children. And that ain't, nah. No, so that's why I understand it as the providers and as the protectors, especially. How you not protecting your children spiritually? How you not shifting yourself and changing your behavior so that it protects your children spiritually? That's crazy. Because like, we'll do all these things physically to protect them. We position ourselves a certain way physically to protect them. We apply the disciplines. You know what I mean, bro? Like, there's things you want to do, things you want to go out. Who's over there? What's that vibe like? Okay, no, I ain't bringing the kids over there. Like, your sacrifice things you desire physically. Nah, baby, we can't kick it right now. I'm in daddy mode. Damn, that's what you got on? You're gonna have to come back a little bit later when they go to sleep. Daddy's mode right now. Like, we will put things to the side, right? For our children. But you don't feel pressed to do that spiritually. knowing that these things, not only are they gonna have to deal with them, but they're gonna be tormented by it. Ooh, not mine. Not mine. I'm eliminating threats on sight around here about mine. Play with who? You gonna be playing with your maker. Yeah. I hope you got your affairs in order. Your people know you want to be buried or cremated, because listen, somebody gonna have to do something with you. About mine. What I look like letting the spirit have access to mine like that? Nah. And so what that mean? I need to change certain things about myself. I need to deal with certain things about myself so that that threat is no longer a threat. That was the motivation. But do you know how many levels of life that opened up for me? Because you know what I think? I think we don't often consider how levels work and how stages work. You get to the next stage, you get to the next level when the challenges of this stage and this level are no longer challenges for you. And so when you hear people talking about quantum leaping, shifting timelines, and these words that maybe you really don't understand what it means, what it represents. When you talk about people changing their realities in a dynamic way, it's because they've disassociated themselves from one belief that was limiting them, and they attached themselves to a belief that was empowering them instead. In addition to that, they left behind the behaviors, the supportive habits, and anything that tied them to that old mindset. They became a completely different being. That changed so much, so fast. When I faced these things on some I'm doing it to protect my daughters type time, it propelled me forward in so many stages of life. There was so much knowledge that I was given to do something with and to execute. There was so many doors that were opened up that I now held the discipline to go through and not sabotage. Because I've always been God's favorite. I've always been chosen. I've always known God liked me better than you. But hey, listen, it comes with a price. It is what it is. Anything I've ever asked for, anything I've ever desired, it'd be like, here. Oh, that's what you want? Here. Not only can you have it, but here's backstage passes. Not only can you get the backstage pass and see what's going on behind the scenes, but here's a front row seat backstage so you can see what's going on. Oh, you don't want that no more, huh? It's not what you thought it was, huh? Yeah, no, everything ain't what it seemed. Oh, that's who you like? Oh, you like her? Hold on. And next thing I know, me and her in the same room. It's like God, listen, God loved me so much, she'll put me around women that I think I like, so I'll know that's not what you want. That's not what you want. There's something much greater for you. God favors me. She always has. It's so much bigger than us. And so I know I went down a tangent, went off on a tangent, went down a rabbit hole. But what I'm trying to say is, in changing these behaviors, it opened up so many opportunities for me that I now had the discipline to thrive in these spaces. Because it's not about what you have, it's about what you can keep. Your life falls on the shoulders of your beliefs and your disciplines. And so, as I said, I've been favored. So I've always been able to get into the rooms that I've wanted to be in. And I always get opportunities. Never been short of opportunities or access. But what I did lack was the discipline to be the right type of individual, to hold the right type of energy, to execute the right type of behavior with integrity and with honor and with a way that gives glory to God in this divine mission that I'm blessed to be on, in a way that elevates the room. It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it. Back in the day, my favorite thing to do was a home invasion. We used to love them when we was young. There was something so thrilling about it. I'm not the only one who has lived a few different lives. I know it just can't be me who's sitting here like, man, I really feel like we have lived a good 4-5 lives. But it's crazy, and I said that to say that now every room that I walk in, I'm adding value. From the young little hoodlum that just loved running in places he had no business being in and taking things from them, to someone who is intentional to add value everywhere he go. Polar opposite. This is what was meant to happen. It's not by accident, it's by design. I'm in love with my evolution. I really am. We could talk about the things that it used to be to the things that it is now. I got a line in one of my songs that was like, Mama had to put that money on my books, but she lived to see me getting money off these books. It used to be me versus the state. Now the state sends checks to my estate. Let's talk about it. It's my evolution. It's a beautiful thing, and I pray that you do evolve as well. I pray that you turn into an unrecognizable version of yourself, that when you get to talking about how you used to be and what you used to be on, they're gonna be like, what? No way, not you. Couldn't even see you like acting like that. All right. Yeah, let's keep it like that. This has been Manifest Nation. This has been my daily stream on Twitch. If you're watching for the first time, if you haven't had the opportunity already, come and get the whole version. You know what I mean? If you're watching from anywhere else other than Twitch, you are just getting a sample of what be going down on this channel. The replays of this is on the channel. More daily streams happen on the channel. So I want you to get exposed to it so you have the opportunity to come and join the Manifest Nation family. When you subscribe to the channel, you're going to get so many great benefits. They're on the screen. You can see what they are. There's a 30-day Manifest Bootcamp starting first if you really want to get your life to the next level. But if you really don't want to get on the accelerated path, holler at me about my mentorship program. You give me 6 months of your life, I'm going to give you a change of existence. It's not that I'm going to hand it to you, but we're going to create the framework. We're going to create the roadmap that's going to have you moving in divine alignment. We're going to remove the things that are pulling you off course. We work on breaking generational curses and creating generational wealth. I have 2 levels of mentorship. One of them, we focus on legacy, creating assets. I work with you to create a book and show you how to monetize it and create multiple streams of income as I've done. You know, this is my 10th book in 5 years. Not only is this my 10th book in 5 years, I've now helped 29 people become first-time authors in the last 5 years. 29 people. Shout out to Marcus Jones. I seen him in here in one of these rooms. I think it was on Instagram. I seen his name pop up earlier. Marcus Jones, my brother, been in my Manifest mentorship program. He's been in Manifest University. And I walked him through the process of creating this book, self-publishing this book, opening an online store, and beginning the process of turning this asset into something that's going to create more assets. It's a skill set, people. We talking about breaking generational curses and creating generational wealth. Wealth is not a dollar amount. Wealth is the accumulation or the creation of assets. You got to own you some assets, sustainable assets more specifically. But if you can create an asset, assets can earn you revenue to acquire more assets. And that's the name of the game. So your assets got you living through asset income. You're going to stop trading your time for money. When your assets start making that money for you, I promise you. I want you to wake up. I want you to wake up and have made money and so much money in your sleep that you be like, I go back to sleep. I don't even got to get out of bed. But you so excited that you up and at 'em. You get into it. You really could take the day off the way that you just came up, but you get into it for the love of the game and just because of the energy that's associated with what you've been manifesting. I want that for you. What are you willing to do? What changes are you willing to make? For some people, it means getting up earlier. I'm on the West Coast. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning. Ever since I've started this stream channel, for me to be streaming around 7 o'clock, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, that means I'm up at 3 o'clock Pacific Time, which is 6 o'clock on the East Coast, right? So I can have my hour to myself before I get going, or a good 40 minutes to myself before streaming. I'm starting the stream at 4 o'clock, 4:30 my time. Are you willing to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and not get to work? Get up just to give yourself time to pour into yourself. If that's what it took to get you where you wanted to go, or would you be willing? Would you be willing to? Day after day, which means having the discipline to go to sleep earlier, to get your day done earlier so you could go to sleep earlier. Because tomorrow needs you to be ready. But you got to go. This aligns with my goal. What I'm doing right here aligns with a goal that I see, a vision that I have, a pipeline that I'm building, an opportunity that I'm creating for me and so many others. And this is, I haven't even begun to explain it to you, to even paint the vision, but I'm going to do that over the next few days, over the next few weeks. I'm going to be intentional to share this vision with you so you could know what you're becoming part of as you're joining Manifest Nation, because this is not just a channel, it's a movement. And I'm happy that you're here. It's by divine alignment. And thank you for taking your seat at the table. This is where divine spirits are showing up to so that we can work together. As individuals, we're a movement, but together we move mountains. And I love that for us. What are you willing to change? What changes are you willing to make? Like I said, for some people, it's getting up earlier. For some people, it's your morning routine. You got to get in a flow that allows you to win the morning so you can win the day. A lot's going to change for you when you learn how to win the morning. When you learn how to get the morning going and moving in a flow and staying in your flow, which allows things to come with ease and allows things to come with momentum from one to the other, you're going to win your day. When you wake up and you decide how you're going to feel that day, decide. If you was around yesterday, you heard me go more in depth about this, but decide, that word, decide, C-I-D-E, side, that word, that root word in the side means to kill off, pesticide, germicide, homicide, suicide, genocide. It means to kill something off. When you decide something, you are killing off, you're dividing, you're separating things, and you're killing off these other options. Just like when you decided to get in a relationship, hopefully you killed off all the other options of people that you had been dating, right? You killing off, you eliminate the possibility of this other decision is gone. So when you wake up and you decide you're going to have a good day, you're killing off the opportunity to have any other kind of day. And that doesn't mean that chances won't come your way. That means you're going to respond to your day the way that aligns you with having the day that you said you was going to have. It doesn't mean that you're going to be given that day. It means you're going to take that day. That's the difference. I take my great day every day. I'm taking my great day. This is what I said I'm going to have. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I'm not even going to, I'm going to keep that thought to myself. But I'm taking it. I used to be a klepto. I want to take y'all stuff, but I'll steal from the stores all day. I used to steal from the stores pretty bad. Even when I was a kid, like when I was a teenager, my mom would be so mad. Like, don't take me in the 7-Eleven. I'm leaving with everything. I used to be a clay. I have a pocket full of money. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about. But I for sure had this thing going on when I was a young person, man. Let me see what you're talking about. Sheila, what you saying on IG? This was brought to my attention now, but your lives are being shadow banned or not being broadcast to other pages. What? They hate it? My main page, it wasn't showing that you was live, and my other page shows that you ain't like that. Must be doing something right. I must be doing something right. I like it. I like it. It ain't gonna stop nothing. Because you know what I figured out? You know what I found out? I am my algorithm. I am the algorithm. I've been out of this pursuit to get into somebody's algorithm for over a year now. I am the algorithm. I'm creating my own algorithm and attracting those who are in alignment to my algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So everyone that's going to see me and going to see me. Everyone that need to see me need to be exposed to me. They're going to be exposed to me by divine alignment. It don't matter. But thank you. Thank you so much for bringing that to my awareness. And we definitely, you know, we're going to do our thing as a business to ensure that we are receiving all the opportunities that we are meant to while engaging on these platforms, or they won't get our business. They're going to be like, man, all that, do you want this check? I don't care about this check, but I do appreciate it. I really do. It's funny to me. Each and every time the Meta check come up and drop, and that direct deposit hit from Meta, from Facebook content and Instagram content, it's just, I just laugh, man. I just laugh that this is set up this way, that it's happening, but it's supposed to happen. Listen, man, believe in yourself and create the pipelines or the things that you want to happen. There's so much technology out now that will allow you as a creator to connect directly to your consumers and create whatever you're sent here to create. I want you to give me a number between 1 and 111. And I want to also read you a key from my 9th book. I've been talking about my 10th book, Bloodline Breaker book, for 2 months now straight. I want to look into another book today. 111 Keys of Spiritual Alchemy. This is the book that teaches you to turn your pain into power, your losses into lessons, your wounds into wisdoms, your burdens into blessings, your stumbling blocks into stepping stones. And this is going to allow you to discover the gold within you. It's going to teach you the process of spiritual alchemy. It's 111 keys. It's going to show you how to do it. Give me a number between 1 and 111. I see 63 popped up first. Ironically, I'm on page 63, but we're going to go to key 63 right now. But that was wild. So key 63 is in chapter 7, and chapter 7 is on embracing the shadow and turning fear into fuel. Shout out to everyone following the channel on Twitch and subscribing to the channel, joining the Manifest Nation. Key 63, the origins of fear. Fear often stems from past experiences, conditioning, or imagined threats about the future. It's a product of the mind's desire to protect you from harm, but it can become an obstacle when you limit your growth and potential. Understanding the root of your fear is the first step to overcoming it. Reflect on your fears and ask, where does this come from? For example, a fear of failure might originate from a childhood experience being criticized. By uncovering these origins, you can begin to release their hold on you. That's key 63. Yeah, which is in such divine alignment to even what we were talking about today. Dealing with getting in alignment, dealing with letting go of our addictions, dealing with going back to the root of why we are holding on to these vices and different things like that. That was very good, Sheila. Divine alignment as always. Somebody else give me a number between 100 and 111. I'm going to read you a key. Both of these books are obviously available at brianhyppolite.com. They are even bundled at brianhyppolite.com. There's a 3-book bundle and a 5-book bundle and an 8-book bundle if you're really trying to feed your whole family, because that also includes the children's books as well. So 3 books for the adults. I'm sorry, 3 books for the children and 5 books for the adults is what the 8-book bundle has. So yeah. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for being this great version of yourself and for wanting more of yourself. You know, this has been Manifest Nation. This has been a daily stream where we don't just talk, we transform. We don't just say what we need, we align with what will manifest it. We don't just want and wish, we are committed to creating. Remember, subscriptions on Twitch unlock more of this content. They lock you into a tribe that's building, that's healing, and manifesting together. If today's message on addictions and vices hit you, listen, don't just nod, don't just hit those likes and those hearts. Take it to the next level. Don't go back to those same patterns. Take action today. Whether it's grabbing the Bloodline Breaker book or signing up for the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. Matter of fact, you got a few minutes left to use discount code GREATER. At brianhyppolite.com, you can use discount code GREATER until this broadcast ends to save $50 on your access to the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. This is the moment to choose freedom. This is the moment to choose to align yourself and your loyalty with the future that you want to create instead of the past that you've been living. You got way too much of your past present, and it's invading the space of your future already. Now there's beliefs, habits, mindsets, reactive behaviors, cycles that are keeping you in this rut. You think it's all these other things that got you stuck, but it's you. And that's the good news. Because that means there's something that you can do about it. This means that there's a change that can be made. Last night, I spent some time talking to someone who was suffering from leaning on a vice. And it doesn't matter what you're suffering from. The conversation is the same. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter what your story is. I know we all like to imagine that we are uniquely defective by what we've been through. But that's just victimhood on Viagra. I'm a tweet that. That's good. That's funny. Not your victimhood, but that personification of it, because it really is. It really is your victimhood, like just with a whole lot of energy, refusing to go to sleep. That's funny. I'm gonna say it in a way that's gonna trigger somebody. Watch. But it's time to get to the other side of that addiction to victimhood, so that you can walk in the power and the glory that you're really meant to have. So you can create the realities that you're meant to create. So you can impact the lives you're meant to impact, because it's not just about you. Matter of fact, if it is all about you, you haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what it's all about. So dig deeper, dive deeper. Make it so much greater. Because you are so much greater. You were made for this. There was somebody who was praying, someone like you, to come into their bloodline. and change some things. And here you are. God in the flesh. What we're not going to do is be a sucker to our humanity. Fight it all you need to. You're going to have to at some times. But we're not going to be a sucker to it. We're not just going to allow it to punk us. Our humanity? Nah. That's not the type of time we're on. And the crazy thing is that we were given a life with patterns and programming that made it so easy to not know that that's what was happening. That's what's been taking place for a lot of people for a lot of generations. Till you showed up. The generational curse breaker. But listen, join Manifest Nation. You want to get some momentum? Join the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. You want to take the accelerated path? Join my 6-month Manifest mentorship program so I can work with you personally. 2 meetings a month, 2 one-on-one sessions a month with all types of powerful things, roadmaps and outlines for your greatness that align you with your divine existence, the accountability that you need, the right formula to get you there. There's so many levels of access to the things that'll get you to the next level. You have no business staying at this level. You have no business being the same version of you that you was 3 months ago, 6 months ago. Some of y'all are still version of you that you were a year, 2, 3 years, 4, 5 years ago. It's just how I am. It's just who I am. That's the problem, nigga. Grow, evolve, become greater. Why are you okay still being the same? You just struggling with the same things with different clothes on and calling it life. Making the same broken promises to yourself year after year. Let's change that. Let's change that. Let's make being loyal to your greatness your new normal. Let's make an obsession with your destiny and your legacy a new normal. The conversations be different. Listen, man, the conversations be different when you stop talking to people who are planning for this weekend and you start talking to people who are planning for 30 years. We're having different conversations. The conversations are much different when we're talking about creating passive income versus trying to generate hourly income. It's a different conversation. It's a different conversation if we're talking about a lick that we can hit this year and something that we can do versus talking about what creates generational wealth. It's a different conversation. And you know what makes that different? The scope. Just like the people who are oppressing you right now, they have planned out for hundreds of years. The scope. You thinking about this weekend. You budgeting for the end of the month. You're living, making decisions today so that your quality of life doesn't change in 15 days from now. And I don't know you personally, I'm saying, but I'm the average person, right? It's living paycheck to paycheck. Which means your scope is so limited. Got to change that. We got to change that. It's time. It's time to upgrade your vision. Yeah. It's time to update your thinking, your logic. It's time to upgrade the destination that your mental GPS for your life is set on. Because that's going to change this route that you on. And that's what this boot camp do. That's what this boot camp introduces to you. And the mentorship allows you to walk through that with a coach for 6 months. And you come back unrecognizable. But listen, thank you to everyone that's been pulling up and supporting my music. Thank you to everyone that's been going to BryantHyppolite.com, picking your own price, and downloading my latest album, Tropical Depression. Everyone that's been streaming the Mirror song, The Greater Existence, Accept, Vibe Check, Paintings, all these records that y'all been showing so much love and support to. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for those who supporting the books. And thank you for joining Manifest Nation. This channel is going to build so many people, and I'm so excited about it because this is a vision that I've had and something that quite honestly I delayed executing. I should have been doing this. I should have been doing this, and I should have been building this space and creating it for you. So I apologize for my lateness, but I'm here now. Let's build. Let's elevate. Let's align. If you are a generational curse breaker, if that's what you identify as, this is a sanctuary for you. This is a place where visionaries, divine builders, and bloodline breakers gather to rewrite destiny, to heal, to grow together. We don't run from truth here. As you can see from this broadcast, we face it, we dissect it, and we rebuild with it. This is the daily table of mindset elevation, soul food, spiritual nourishment, and practical strategies for manifesting the greater existence that you were created for. You're here, live on Twitch, IG or TikTok, YouTube or Facebook. Hit that follow, share this stream, and most importantly, subscribe to the Twitch channel. That subscription isn't just support, it's your passport to the Manifest University Discord and all types of things inside this powerful community, all types of virtual learning, all types of downloadable content, access to me in the community engagement, get you some divinity bonds instead of all those trauma bonds that you used to. Again, the conversations be different. Get access to these daily gems. If you enjoy the things you see from me on social media, that's a portion. Those few sentences you see on those posts, that belongs in a paragraph. That comes from a whole paragraph that's in the Discord that the community is getting access to. So just think about that. You've been getting the scraps of the table that is in the Discord. So if you really want to get more, if you're ready to grow, you want to get in alignment with those who are doing so, this one way in. The least expensive way in is to join Manifest Nation Subscribe to the channel. You're going to get 8 of my ebooks, 1 of my digital workbooks, affirmations, guided meditation, a whole lot of great things. So pull up and let's build. And for those who are ready to take it to the next level, I already told you, we got that 30-day boot camp that's starting September the 1st. You are within your last 2 or 3 minutes to use discount code GREATER at brianhyppolite.com to save you 50% off your access. Anti-hesitation is the way. Let's get to it. You're going to leave there renewed and rebuilt. I love y'all to life. I wouldn't water you if I didn't want you to grow. A rising tide raises all boats. A rising tide raises all boats. So if this broadcast elevated you, if this broadcast lifted you up, share this elevation with someone else. And I don't mean just by sharing this content. Share your elevated vibration with someone else. Share your elevated point of view, your elevated mindset with someone else. This is how it spreads. This positivity, this vibration is contagious. It's the new COVID. That sounds crazy to say. That sounds better as a rap line, right? But the way that thing spread, the way that it shifted, the way people were living, that's what this is. They don't know it's coming yet, but it's coming. Thank you for being a part of spreading this elevated vibration. I want you to live a day today that reflects your greatness and your glory, not the pains from your story. A day that reflects the light that's within you, not the life that you've been through. I'm a cold motherfucker now. I'm cold. I change your life and rhyme at the same time and make it a little easy. Don't even know what it takes to do all this. Cheers. Man, it's something about being chosen, man. It's something about being chosen. Walking in it. Shout out to those who know what I'm talking about. Shout out to those who are ready to take that next step. From letting go of your vices to dealing with your addictions, facing your mirrors, settle the score, eliminate the threat, and stand tall as the generational curse breaker that you were sent to this dimension to be. Don't let nothing or no one stand in your way today. Not even. Matter of fact, especially not the old version of you. Be great, be powerful, be God's. I'm going to see y'all tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Twitch. You might not catch me on all the other streams, on all the other platforms. But I'll be locking them on Twitch tonight. And we're going to even take the conversation on manifestation to another level. Bring somebody. All right? Gather somebody, bring somebody, 7 p.m. tonight. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Y'all have a great day. Be greater than you've ever been. Because I see that greatness in you. Make sure you see it in yourself. I'm going to talk to you soon. In a minute.